guys, we're here today to do my top 5 tips and tricks for the Tesla Model 3.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so coming in at number 5 for my tips and trick. The first one is just kind of a quirky thing. It's just basically for fun and games. So obviously we all know we can tell this thing to open the back charging port if we want to while we're inside the car by using the voice control button here to actually tell it to do something. Like we do for all our other voice control things that we can do with this car. However, what most of us don't know is that there's a thing that Elon Musk decided to put in here, which is pretty funny, that I'm going to show you guys now that you can do in order to open the charging port. Open the butthole. And you can see that it actually opened the side view. You can see that it actually opened up the side view of the charging port here. So you can see that Elon Musk is having some fun with this, as he usually does when it comes to stuff like this, where he actually let us open up the charging port by using that command. You can do the same thing the opposite direction too. Close the butthole. And you can see it did the exact same thing, and now it closed it, as you guys can see. So pretty funny. It's obviously not anything that crazy or anything that we're talking about, but it is pretty cool that he decided to sneak that in there. The next tip we have for you guys is where we get a little bit more serious of tips and tricks that I think you guys will actually find more useful. And the fourth one that we're talking about here is when it comes to playing music. So all of us know that, for those of you who have Teslas already know that Spotify, as you guys are looking at here, is of course built into the car. And when you get a car, you can use Spotify if you want to with no issues at all. And it will play music just fine, just like it would here. However, what you guys may not know is that Spotify, at least right now on the current update for Teslas, is using a lower bit rate. I believe the bit rate that it uses is about 96. So music is not coming as crystal clear as you would want it to. Hopefully that's something that changes in the future. But for now, that's what it's actually doing. It's broadcasting and using the bit rate of about 96 on Spotify. But if you actually don't use the actual Spotify interface on the Tesla, which granted is nice to use, and that's what I use, but if you don't use that and you decide to use your phone and connect your phone via Bluetooth to your car and play Spotify through your phone by using the app on your phone, it actually does use 128. So you'll actually get a higher bit rate and actually better quality music if you use the app off of Bluetooth. So something to keep in mind, if you want better quality sound and you're an audiophile and you're into that stuff and you can tell the difference, then know that if you use your phone via Bluetooth, you'll get a higher bit rate for your music using services like Spotify than using the built-in one here. Hopefully that's something that Tesla changes here in the future, where we don't have to worry about things like that, especially when we're hearing Apple Music and other services are coming to the platform as well, and they're starting to use higher bitrate stuff on there. So hopefully that's something that they take a look at and change. But at least there's a backup option that gets you at least a little bit higher bitrate of what is built into the platform. So that is tip number 4, music. So the next one to talk about here, coming in at number 3 for tips and tricks, is the media on here. So you guys know that on Teslas, there's Netflix, there's Hulu, there's YouTube, there's Twitch, things that you could watch while parked and stuff. But there's obviously stuff missing on here. Where's Disney Plus? Where's Plex for all you guys who use Plex at home and stuff like that? Not really an easy way to watch it on here. Well, there is an easier way to watch it. So you guys know that there's a web browser on here, and somebody made a website called abettertheater.com, as you guys are seeing there. And you can see that you can just tap on any of these icons here, and you can also go full screen if you want to.
And now that you see the full screen, you can see we have all these different options on here. We got HBO Go, YouTube TV, Twitch, ESPN, Plex. All that stuff is now available for us to use. And all you do is you just tap it and it brings you full screen, and you just sign into the application and you're pretty much all set. So this is a fantastic website that you guys should definitely make sure you guys have bookmarked on your Tesla so you can access all the other sites a lot better. Shout out to the guy who made this website. Fantastic, and thank you for making it easier for all of us to get to all these platforms until Tesla decides to make it available for us. So that is number 3. The number 3 tip and trick, media.
Coming in at number 2 is a feature that we probably all know about if you guys have looked at Teslas, which is the Boombox feature, which basically lets you replace your horn. And on the outside of the car, you can actually play these custom sounds. And it comes with some of them, like you can see here. Scrolling through this list, there's like a toss a coin, there's a go old horn, applause, stuff like that you can actually make your car make these noises on the outside of the car when you're parked and use it as your replacement for a horn. But what most of you guys may not know, these cars now, the 2021 models, are coming with a USB stick on their own. It's already built into the car for Sentry Mode. And Sentry Mode is what takes camera footage while your car is parked and stuff. So if someone comes up to your car and tries to scratch it, you can get them on video from all different angles and stuff. It's awesome for security reasons. But you can actually use the USB stick that the car comes with. So you can see that I can open up my glove box here, and I just pulled out the USB stick that it comes with. So this is the USB stick that the Teslas are coming with, and it's in the glove box, so you can't get to it without a passcode if you want to passcode protect that. And you can use this USB stick then for Sentry Mode. That's how they have it configured. But what you can also do, which I'm going to show you guys on my computer, is really easily take that USB port out of your car, put it into your computer, create another folder really quickly, and basically have it for dual purposes. You can have it so you can split the drive for the Tesla footage, so you can use it for Tesla camera footage, and then you can also split the other half the drive for things like the Boombox. So when you go into here and you're looking at the Boombox and stuff, and you come here, you can see any of the ones that you added on yourself. You just drag an MP3 into the USB drive, which I'm going to show you there in a minute when we get to my PC, and they'll just show up on here, and you can replace the horn with any of those sounds that you use. So you can use your own custom soundtracks for the horn, which is awesome. Again, only use it when you're actually parked, but it's still awesome and fun to show off with your friends. So let me show you guys on my computer exactly how you can actually use this USB. All right, guys, so I have my USB stick plugged into my computer, and I have computer management opened up on my computer. I'm sitting in disk management here on the left-hand side. You can see that this USB stick is the one that I have plugged into my computer, and this is how it's going to show up when you get the USB stick plugged in. It will look something like this. It may have a different name. It's not going to say new volume because I just deleted mine to show you guys the process from the beginning. So yours might just say Tesla Cam on here, but either way, you'll have the volume sitting on here. So what you're going to do as soon as you plug it in, you're going to come into disk management. You're going to right-click it and hit delete volume, as you're seeing here. I'm going to delete it. Now you're going to see that the whole drive is unallocated, and we're going to right-click and create a new simple volume. We're going to go ahead and hit next, and we're going to use 100 megabytes of this. So we're just going to type in 100. Oops. Type in 100 on there. Assign it whatever letter you want. That's fine. And this one is going to be FAT32. Make sure it's FAT32 that you select here. And the volume label that you're going to use for this is really important. It's going to be Boombox. So type it in exactly like this. Boombox with a capital B there on top. Just like that. Hit quick format. And you got the first part of it done. Now you're going to have the rest of this unallocated space on here. You're going to right click it again on the unallocated. New simple volume. Use the remainder of the space that's there. Leave it as default. And this one you're going to name Tesla Cam, as you guys are seeing there. Capital T, capital C, just like that. Make sure you type it in just like that. And then you're going to format it as exFAT. So make sure that it's this one is formatted as exFAT. Not FAT32 like the other one, exFAT. So we're going to leave that there. And we're going to go ahead and hit next. And now you can see we have one there for Boombox and one there for Tesla Cam. So now what you're going to do, you can leave the Tesla Cam folder by itself. As you guys are seeing here, the Tesla Cam folder is there. So you can leave this folder as is because it's going to be blank. Once you plug it into there, it will create 3 folders once you plug it into your car, and it will start saving all your video files to there. But for now, you're done. You just leave that there as is. The Boombox is where you want to go in, and this is where you're going to drop your MP3. So I have MP3s already ready to go. I have these 5 sitting here. I have the Bad Boys one, You Shall Not Pass. I have the Jaws theme, the Move Bitch, and the Start Race from Mario Kart. So I'm just going to grab these MP3s, and I'm going to put them in here. You can only have 5, so keep that in mind. Only 5 MP3s will show up, so if you have more than 5, it will not work. Just have 5 listed on there. Either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 is fine, just no more. And that's it, you're done. You got those MP3s in there, you got them partitioned correctly. Now you go ahead and you plug this back into your car. Once you have it plugged into your car, these 5 will show up in the area that I showed you earlier in the video, and the Tesla Cam folder is set up, so Tesla Cam will continue to work and it will record videos as usual. So that is your tip number 2 of how to use the Tesla Cam USB stick that comes with your car to also use it for your Boombox as well for custom tracks. Alright guys, and the last tip we're going to talk about coming in at number 1 is something that I thought was actually broken with my car when I first got it, or something was wrong with the lights. So as you guys know, for those of you guys who have Teslas, when you open your side door here, usually you have a light, and I have a light that I replaced, as you can see there on the floor. it comes up and says Tesla right there on the floor there, just like that. Now I replaced that light and did that myself, and changed the lights in there and stuff like that for each door. I even did the back door here, except it doesn't have the actual Tesla symbol at all back here. So as you're seeing, there's no light back here. Like we all assumed there should have been a light on the floor, but what I found out after talking to a bunch of community members is that both doors on both sides can't be, if they're both open, only one of them actually shines the light here. So you won't actually see both shine a light. So if I close the front door now that you see that symbol on the floor, you can see the back lights up. So I guess when they made this car, I guess due to the power and stuff like that and how it's being generated, they didn't want both of these on at the same time on the same side. So you can see that now this is shining blue. And if we appear on the other side here and we look at the other side, it's only per side. So if I open the front here, you can see that same thing. It does work here, and you can see the Tesla symbol on the floor. However, as soon as I open the back, same logic applies here, where no light on the back here, but as soon as I close the front door, the back opens up again. So something that I always thought was broken with the car, because you know, I assumed that both of them should be able to be lit up, but then I found out that no, it's just the way that the power goes. That somebody in the forums was talking about the same thing as me, and then they found out that it was an issue with just how the car is designed, not an issue with the actual lights or you know, how things are wired and stuff. So for all you guys who think that you know, change out your lights and you think they should both be on at the same time, there's your tip for you, so you guys don't struggle like I did trying to figure out if something is broken when you first get your car, that is the design and how it's actually supposed to be. So other than that, guys, that is your top 5 tips and tricks on the Tesla. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you guys some tips for your car when you guys get yours and you guys are a little bit more in the know. If you guys like this video, as always, go ahead and give the video a like, and if you guys have any questions, as always, leave those down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.